Hey everyone, welcome. Today is week 3 and we're going to focus a little bit extra on awareness in the body when we are in asana. So I would like to invite you onto the mat and let's get started. Okay, so today we're going to start standing up. So I'd like to invite you to stand strong as we practiced. You can bring the feet a little bit further apart or closer together. It's really not a big deal, whatever is most comfortable to you. And then try to relax the knees, keep the hips in line, pull the belly in a little bit or the navel in a little bit and push the tailbone down. So we're gonna make a strong core. And if you want, you can close your eyes. If that is uncomfortable for you, just soften your gaze onto the floor. All you can do to just bring the focus inwards. And then bring your attention to the breath for a little bit. Try to notice the rise and fall, the rhythm. See if you can relax the belly a little bit in this standing pose, so the breathing goes down. And if you want, you can open up a little bit through the hands, so you can bring the palms of the hands a little bit forward. We're standing in Tadasana, which is kind of the base of all the standing poses. Bring the shoulder blades a little bit together, so the sternum has some space through the front. Keep the head in line with the neck, with the spine. And try to notice how you feel. What is it today in the body that is immediately asking for your attention? Is it a muscle, a body part, maybe some other sensations, tingling, prickling? Maybe you just notice that you're hungry or that your bowels are rumbling. Anything you notice, just try to kind of pick it up and let it go. Because you don't have to do anything with it. It's not right or wrong. It's just there. You might notice the weight on your feet. Try to relax the toes. And if you have your arms a little bit wider and you have your hands open, you might notice that you use some strength in this pose, okay? So we're going to focus today on strength versus tension. And it's really important because you're going to need strength for your poses, but I would like you to avoid tension, and that's a delicate balance. Okay, take your time. Breathe all the way in, slowly out. And if you are not in front of your mat, just come to the front. Relax the arms alongside the body. And we're going to take a step back with the right foot. So the way we're going to do that, again, we're going to do everything, a lot of awareness, so we're not going to go really fast. We're going to start slow. Don't worry, we're going to pick up the pace in sessions. Bring the weight onto the left. So you can lift the right foot off the mat and then bring it back, and automatically my weight is going forward because otherwise I'm going to fall down. So make a long stand, keep the heel off the mat, but do try to bring the weight back, okay? So we're going to bend the front knee, we're going to come into a high lunge. If balance is a thing for you, you can always bring the right foot a little bit more to the right, left foot a little bit more towards the left, so you have a little bit more space. Try to bring the weight back. If you want, you can just close your eyes. You can bring your hands on the hips. Ooh, there we go. You can bring the hands on the hips, or you can bring them in front of your heart. Whatever feels more comfortable to you. And then try to feel if you can distribute the weight evenly onto the back and the front foot. Keep breathing. And then you can just pull the legs a little bit towards each other. It's like scissors. The left foot wants to go to the back, the right foot towards the front. So you kind of pull yourself up, and you can feel that muscles working then in the hips, in the legs, so you make a very strong stand. It's really important to use that strength. If you feel that your muscles in your leg, or especially in the left leg, if it's too much, just make the stand a little bit smaller, and then you lift up a little bit more, okay? So there's not too much pressure, not too much tension in the legs. Relax the toes, relax the shoulders, and make a little bit of a movement like pushing the hands together. If you have them on the hips, don't let them hang on the hips, but make a very strong stand, okay? So that's the way we're going to use strength. Every body part is part of this asana, it's part of this pose. So use every muscle so you can distribute that strength. Keep breathing. If you feel too much tension, just lower the arms, keep them relaxed. And then you can bring the arms wide. So about shoulder height. Keep them like this. And then we're going to make a little twist. Okay, so the right arm is coming towards the front, the left arm is going towards the back. Make it small. Keep the weight on both feet. Try to see what happens in the body. What do you notice? You're not going to do this wrong, so just play with it. Okay, you're allowed to have fun, even if it's hard. Come back. And we're going to breathe out. We're going to bring our arms all the way towards the mat, on both sides of the front foot. And then we're going to bring our front foot backwards into a downward facing dog. So slowly bring the front foot to the back. Adjust your asana if you have to. So you're going to be standing inside in a downward facing dog. Of course, if downward facing dog is not working for you, bring your knees to the mat, make the puppy pose. Breathe. And then we're going to go the other way. So we're going to bring the right foot forward, in between your hands. If you have to, just bring the right foot a little bit more to the right, so you have enough ground to stand strong. Again, from here, if you have your hands still on the floor, bring the legs, make that pull and push movement. So you feel strength in the legs, you feel strength in the hips when you come up. Bring the hands in front of your heart. Keep breathing, you're doing great. And again, we're going to lengthen the arms towards the side, shoulder height. We're going to make a little twist. Keep breathing. Try to notice what is happening. And if you do feel that there's a lot of tension in the body, it's really okay. Again, it's a game. We're just practicing. You don't have to make a perfect pose here. This is about awareness. What do you feel? What do you notice? Take your time. Okay. Again, when you breathe in, come back to the front, and when you breathe out, hands go all the way down towards the floor. Step your front foot towards the back into a downward facing dog. That sounded like a downward facing duck, but I meant the dog. Keep breathing. From this downward facing dog, we're going to go into a plank pose, a high plank. So you bring the weight forward, shift the weight towards your hands, all the way until your shoulders are above your elbows. No, yeah, above your elbows as well, above your wrists. And lower the hips a little bit. Keep the legs strong, keep the arms strong, use the belly muscles, keep breathing, doing great. Notice what's happening in the body. If it's too much, bring the knees towards the floor already, okay? So we're going to make a half plank, that's really okay. It's not about pushing yourself, it's about noticing. It's about awareness. Keep breathing. And when you breathe out, bring the knees towards the floor, bend the elbows backwards, not sidewards, not outwards. Chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. It's a bit of a weird pose, it feels weird, probably. Then slowly lower the belly, the hips onto the floor, so your whole body is touching the floor, but the head is up. Relax the feet backwards. Keep the hands under the shoulders. We're going to go to Cobra pose and slowly lift the sternum. So you're going to use a little bit of the hands, a little bit of the arms muscle, but also try to use the entire body. So keep breathing. Bring the shoulders back, shoulder blades together. Look what it does. When you breathe, you can feel the belly pushing against the mat. Feel your whole body rise and fall. When you breathe out, bring your forehead to the mat and then slowly push yourself up onto all fours and then all the way back into a child's pose. So you push yourself back into child's pose. Hips towards the heels, head touching the floor. You can stretch the arms out or bring them alongside your body. Another option in child's pose, to make an extended child's pose, is to bring the knees about the width of your mat and then come back. Then the belly has a lot more space. Can be really nice for the breathing to just relax the belly between your legs. Take a deep breath in, relax, breath out. Try to keep yourself focused on the sensations in the body. So what do you notice? You don't have to label it right or wrong. This is just about noticing, about being aware. If you have your hands stretched out in front of you, just walk them all the way back towards your body. And then come onto a sitting position with your feet in front of you, your soles touching together. And you can bring the thumbs on the inside of your feet, so on your soles, and you can just make a little massaging movement, just pushing the soles of your feet a little bit, the toes maybe. You're just massaging your own feet a little bit. Again, if you want to close your eyes, just feel free to do so. It can really help to just relax. Doing really, really great. Deep breath in, all the way out. And you can bring the soles of the feet really together. If you want, you can hold the feet, but try to keep the back straight. So if you feel like you have to pull yourself towards your toes, don't do that. Just bring the arms backwards, lean on the hands. We're gonna make a little butterfly. So we're just gonna use this to move the knees, to move the hips. If you hold your feet, it's the same thing. Just a little movement. Keep breathing. Really good. It's very important in yoga that you first discover your comfort zone. Okay, so what do I feel comfortable doing? And from there you can expand. From there you can practice. You can challenge yourself. But if you go way beyond your comfort zone in the first place, then everything is going to feel like an enormous task. It's going to be scary, or you're going to be hurt. That's not what we want, right? So find your comfort zone first, and then go from there. Okay. Just let the movement die out. And then you're going to come onto your back. Just stretch your legs out. Roll onto your back. Take your time. And you can bring the feet a little bit wider. The width of the mat. Same goes for the arms. Stretch them out a little bit towards the side. Relax the feet. We're going to go into Shavasana. Shavasana is the final resting pose, the corpse pose. literally. And here you can let go of every bit of strength, every bit of tension, every bit of balance that you are maybe still holding. Because corpse pose is all about letting go. It's about trusting gravity, trusting the floor, sinking into that floor and becoming heavy without losing awareness, because that is the key actually of this pose. You can let go of all tension in the body, of all strength, without falling asleep. Okay? So keep your awareness in the body. Try to notice what happens. How is the breath? How is the belly? How are the legs, the feet? What sensations are presenting themselves to you? And again, you don't have to take any action. You don't have to label them. Just notice. If you want to extend Shavasana, you can just pause the video or keep laying down. Otherwise, if you want, you can roll yourself back up. You can come, if you want, you can come towards the side and slowly come up. If you want to make it a little bit more active, just hold the back of your knees, pull your chin up towards your chest, and roll yourself back. Just come back into a sitting position, or just keep laying down, relaxed. You can bring your hands together in front of your heart. And again, take this moment to be thankful for yourself. For taking this time out of your day, out of your life, out of self-care, self-love. And maybe you pushed yourself onto the mat today. Well, extra kudos for you for joining me and for being here. I'd like to thank you all for coming. Namaste. If you have any questions, any comments, just leave them in the comments below or contact me through social media. Otherwise, I really hope you enjoyed this as much as I do, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.